Oh. All right. Family services. Oh, geez. Lots of family services. Is it? Okay. I'm supposed to join Sam's Club to buy diapers. Yep.
How does that work?
You pay $45 to join for a year. They still check your receipts when you walk out the door. Let's see here. Is it 60?
This is all easier. It depends on which one you want. You can get like one membership.
Oh, that's right.
Like, what was it, like premium or whatever? I want to just got the basic one.
Okay.
Well,
it's kind of annoying. I joined Costco once because I worked right next door to it, and it was cheaper to join and buy. What's that?
There's one up there above.
Oh, right. Yeah. I think my wife said she did sign in or join it, but I gotta make sure. Okay, actually, it looks like. Right. Yeah. Let's see here. Okay, that worked. Nice. All right, cool. That's always fun. And then, yeah, I got you guys some. What else were we watching on Tuesday? I was going back to the history because I saved a couple, but then my computer had to reboot. So I have to look at the entire history of everything. Right, okay. I might have had another intervention. Those seem interesting to me because addictions really is the hardest. Let's see here. He didn't want to get sober. That happens a lot. Like, especially when you're old and in your prime, like, why?
Oh, like at the age where I'm gonna die soon. And then my he was just stressed. Like he was sending money to his family.
Right.
While he was in his hometown.
That's right, yeah. Let's see.
He didn't want to give up something that's already used to.
Oh, that is some of the stuff I wanted to look at because China, this is one of the they urged all their families to stock up ahead of winter, which is really kind of creepy to me because what the heck is going on? Oh, my wife was shopping for underwear again. A statement from China's government urging local authorities to ensure there was adequate food supply during the winter and encouraging people to stock up on some essentials prompted concern talk online. People linking it with the widening coronavirus outbreak, a forecast cold snap, or even rising tensions with Taiwan. The Ministry of Commerce urged local authorities to stabilize prices to ensure supplies of daily necessities, including vegetables. Like, what the heck? That just seemed kind of scary to me. I was like, how are they doing? We were just talking about China and food. Is this stuff expired? That sounded really hard when I dropped it on the table. Don't they put expiration dates on things anymore? Oh, it's almost like rubbed off. I kind of see it, but I guess it's the only way you get to tell. You gotta bite it. It's probably gonna be harder to. What's that?
How do you say it last?
Trout. It's like a German name. I bet you it is expired. Look at that. I'm gonna break my teeth.
You just find it in your bag?
It's not bad. It's fine. Notice was similar to one released last September, the week of the holiday to start October, which government, they want to ensure food supplies and stable prices are there during the break. If I click on these, are these going to be bad? Interesting. China targets vegetable hoarders. But I thought they just said to stock up, didn't they? Did you guys stock up for the coronavirus? What did you buy most of? So you said you didn't like, but you guys got what you needed. You didn't like. So you went in and the stores were shelf empty.
She would go to the store, maybe she wouldn't let us go because COVID hit. So she would go to the store by herself, and she'll get what she can get. Whatever. Cause she's a Myers and like Trader Joe's. So if you try to stock up on everything on Myers, that's gonna be more than ever. Myers not. Well, you went to Walmart to stock up.
Right.
Because it's cheap. People, I mean, you can, but you're gonna end up paying more.
Mm-hmm.
But you went to Myers, I guess they have most of the stuff. But I should have just ordered off of Amazon, ordered groceries off of Amazon. So that's when she got her, that's when she started using Amazon a lot with her Amazon Prime. Yeah, her Amazon, because that's when she got Amazon Prime.
Because they deliver groceries.
That's when they started delivering.
Okay. Maybe does she use her .edu email address?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
if you do it with your email address, you get 6 months of Prime for free.
But they don't order, they don't,
Right, but if you renew it for your mom this summer, whenever her Prime expires, if you renew it, you get 6 months for free. And you can do it from your home and order groceries to your home. And with a student, you get Grubhub Plus for free too. It's expensive.
Yeah.
Here, you mean?
At home. They have a hard time finding my house. I just use DoorDash.
Right. Well, luckily, it doesn't have the. Hello. How are you?
Hi.
You want to present today?
I'm fine presenting.
That's right. You were acting like you were coming up to the front. I'm like, are you? I thought you were done because I was going to finish our PowerPoint for chapter 13. I can't believe it's already 13. I got your all's final exam up there. Maybe that's the web page I need to open. Because so cool. I know, and it's hot in here, isn't it? Yeah. So. Then I got this cool. All right. I actually forgot one last thing I had to grab. So let me at least just get this going, and then this is not it. Run up and grab it, and then be right back for you guys.
Submit scene.
That's it. Okay. All right. Any questions about anything? On chapter 13, family services. The reason why I show a lot of addictions interventions is because the majority of the families that you'll work with, whether they admit it or not, are affected by either alcoholism or addiction in some way. Whether it's the grandma, the aunt, the uncle, the cousin, the kids, or the mom and dad. And a lot of times that's like the number one thing, but nobody talks about it. It's like the secret of the family. So that's why when these guys get to the intervention stage, and they're interesting too. You guys ever watch these? There's a lot of them. So I'll get this going and go up and grab my thumb drive. Be right back. Is that even loud enough? Hopefully they bleeped out the cuss words, but they might not. So I hope you're not offended by cussing.
My parents, two of my siblings, and my favorite Eric is the oldest of the four siblings. She's always trying to comfort people and make them huge. Super sweet. I have a pretty normal home life. Only difference is that I use cocaine, heroin, and Xanax on top of whatever else Eric is taking. She's also prescribed methadone. I don't think Erica will admit to me that she's using more than Xanax. It's only a matter of time before she comes up with a mixture of things that could be deadly for her, which is really the scary part for me. Paper goes sometimes. Erica solves photographs of herself. I've noticed she's lost a few teeth. Her skin isn't looking as good as it was. She's also lost a lot of weight. I don't think she realizes how obvious it is to everyone else.
I see a picture of her. Don't show me it makes me sad. See how she is today.
Growing up as the firstborn to traditionally Mexican parents was a lot harder on me than my siblings just because my parents were super strict with me. He kept asking me to sneak out to see him, and I eventually started to just lie. And I went to his house and he took them. I was definitely shocked about what happened because I thought we were both kids, but he was just stronger than me.
Did you know any sexual abuse?
I don't remember any sexual abuse happening to Erica. I couldn't tell anybody because I wasn't even supposed to be there. But after I was raped, I just started keeping to myself a lot more. But after 2 years, I started having a lot of anxiety and depression, and I thought that telling someone that I trusted would help me cope with that, so I decided to tell my mom. She just told me that I wasn't even supposed to be in my boyfriend's house, and obviously if I went there, I was looking for that. And at that age, I honestly believed it was my close grade, and I didn't go there. Usted era acataba las reglas que se le ponían en la casa. No había razones. I started cutting myself and seeking comfort in substances like drinking or workings. My mom was flushing her, or say things to her that would antagonize Erica, trigger something. When I was 17, I got out of high school. I started managing a vitamin store, and I was determined to make my own life, but my parents.
Today we're talking all Pokemon card business related, which is buying and selling Pokemon cards on the app Mercari. And if you don't know who Mercari is, this is an app that makes buying and selling nearly anything really fast, simple, and fun. On the weekend, my friend was selling his Shining Charizard VMAX. I know I'm the only person that hasn't bought one, but he wanted to list it for sale on Mercari. So I thought, you know what, let me show you guys how easy it is to list a Pokemon card. You can download the app, first line of the description. Thanks again to Mercari for sponsoring today's video.
TruthFinder.com keeps you, your family, and loved ones safe by revealing the truth about new people in your lives. Check criminal or driving records, sex offenders, phone lookups, the dark web, and more. Find the truth at TruthFinder.com.
Still wanting me to stay in the house and have their eye on me. Within a few weeks of using heroin, I was addicted and I needed it every day. I didn't think it was going to get this bad. I spent all my money. I can't even say how much I spent. After I started using heroin, I lost my job. I was just not a reliable person. Eventually, my boyfriend and I broke up, and I needed way more money than any job was going to give me.
Erica's gotten herself into some pretty dangerous situations.
She was kidnapped once.
She's also just ended up in jail a few times, but she doesn't want to admit what for.
When I found out I was pregnant, I knew I had to stop using, and so I got on methadone. When Iris was born, she immediately became a whole world.
Erica was able to, they think she could be a part of the family again. She was a great mother. I think she was just really in love with her child. Once Iris was born, my mom and Erica had a better relationship. They were really close for that period of time.
Being sober helped me things in like a new light, and I started seeing different problems with the relationship with Iris's dad. He was really just triggering me.
When Erica moved back into the family house, at first she was good.
I was trying to get a job. I was taking care of my daughter every day and trying to find an apartment. And then the coronavirus.
Methadone comes for regular hours, and I was just stressful. One day it would just be closed. Me and my sibling had to quarantine with my parents. After a while, my mom started accusing me of using again, and it just started reminding me of when I was younger. I was getting used to that thing overdoing.
There's so much tension in the house during quarantine that I couldn't even visit anymore. Being at home with my mom all the time started getting really stressful, so I started using Xanax with my methadone. And it was around June of 2020 when I started using heroin again. It just relapsed. Like I lost my best friend. Oh, here, I give it back. I'll watch it. Yeah, let's go. Alright, because you don't want to stay, I know you.
Is that her mom or her grandma?
She's just worried about her addiction.
Or like, is that her mother-in-law? Like, did she have a baby and that was the kid that?
I don't know who that
Okay.
is. She's just focused on herself. Just gonna go meet my dealer right now. Pick up some black. I don't think Erica realizes the dangerous position she put Iris in. Get down. Cause yeah, she's going down a really dark path. Alright.
Whose baby?
Oh, got it.
Whose baby is that? That's where I'm
It's
confused.
hers.
Oh, she does have a kid. Okay.
Hey, Grandma's gonna give you some soda. I'll be right back down. When I go upstairs with John, my mom just thinks we're big girls doing our hair, but we also like smoke. I don't think Erica would be able to care for Iris without like the support of my parents. My mom takes care of Iris 80% of the time, and Erica doesn't really do much. Erica is embarrassingly open about her Xanax use. I just feel like you need to probably stop taking them and definitely stop asking people on the internet for Xanax. That's not a good look. It was like good look, but it helps me relax. I do think she's using heroin again, but I've never gotten a confirmation from her. So basically, someone just texted me. Oh, yeah. You want me to help you? Our mom has no idea that while she's downstairs taking care of Iris, Erica is upstairs taking new photos just to fund her addiction. My parents don't really understand addiction. I think it's like mutual, honestly. Us siblings have had to like step in because I feel like if it was up to my parents, they would probably just put it off and like ignore it and pretend it doesn't exist.
Learn from the producers that
My daughter actually is using heroin.
Having confirmation that Erica has been using again validates a lot of my suspicions. I'm willing to try and help my parents figure out like how to get custody of Iris. And I'm willing to help them get to whatever avenues they choose. So where were those others? I thought about it.
Passing out the hair this morning, they have her loading her into the car now.
I feel like she's gonna be so surprised when she sees us here. Hey, what are you doing? Nothing. Just interviewing. Oh, you did yours already? Yeah, so too. Actually. they want you to come down here and like, talk to us. Okay.
Goodness. I'm with it. Let's see.
Dear, when we were growing up, I always looked up to you. You're the coolest and most caring sister that anyone could ever ask for. Once you started using our relationship somehow became secondary to your relationship with opiates. It was so hard for me to go every day knowing I never have my best friend. You know that you're capable of getting better. And I want Iris to see how very
I think they always do the A right at the dramatic time, just because. I know this is the part that you'll cut back to, but again, interventions are tough, and they could say yes or no, but they might get kicked out if they said no.
effective and capable you can be as a mother before she grows older and is able to recognize what's going on.
Ahí, es un pasado, peleamos, pero soy tu mamá y te quiero mucho. Nosotros espero aproveches esta oportunidad. No te preocupes por Iris, ella no va a estar muy bien. Por las veces que te he ofendido, te hablé grosero, te pido disculpas. Te quiero mucho, más de lo que tú piensas. Thank you.
We have an amazing program that we have for you. It's called Maple Mountain. You're willing to accept the treatment here?
How long is it gonna be for?
It's up to a 90-day program.
She doesn't want to do it.
Can my daughter go visit me ever?
They have a great family program too, so they'll definitely be making arrangements with you. And actually, we have the car waiting outside for you to come here.
I know.
She doesn't want to go.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Tell mom and dad, say that, tell them. Oh my gosh, give her a hug. Thank you so much.
Did she dye her hair?
Yes, because I
Oh,
hope her
okay.
and mom builds like healthy and strong relationships and help raise Iris.
The crazy thing is that her siblings knew she had the fix. Her sister knew that she could get it to fix it, but she crossed the line with her when you were saying that her thing was fixed. Right.
Right, that is weird. Well, yeah, because so
I'm really excited to see.
the tricky part is Xanax can be prescribed by a medical doctor. And that's why people think it's okay, but Xanax is like basically taking a pill to get drunk every day. It is a prescription if you have horrifying anxiety, but there's new medications that aren't like a Xanax candy bar. Xanax candy bar makes you drunk. So, but you're right. It's weird, and doctors sometimes prescribe it.
See Iris today. I haven't seen her in almost 3 months. Hey, hold up, okay? Hi. I'm excited for my family to see how different I am. So just because I feel like I stated myself. Raising Iris very differently than I was raised is very important to me. Wow. I hope that she always feels like she has someone that she can talk to, or a safe space that she can come to, and that she can tell me anything. I feel myself having a future and doing things and wanting to go after things, and I can see things coming into my life. I have more power than I do.
Are they in California?
Look like it.
I know, it kind of looked like, right. All right, so she has a year sober next week. And that can be so it's just tricky with parents having kids. Sometimes it's the kids that have them get sober. And sometimes they only stay sober for like 90 days or 180 days.
Programs around the country. None of them
So that's the hardest. It's It's definitely something that is,
What is that?
methadone is a drug they made in like the 70s to get people off of heroin. The problem is that it is still addictive and you can still overdose on it and a lot of things. So they made another new drug to get off heroin and methadone called Suboxone. And that one you're not supposed to be able to overdose on. Another problem with opiates is that heroin is illegal, but there's like several other opiates that could be prescribed by a doctor for back surgery or pain pills. And those are legal, but they're addictive. So that's kind of where the issue comes up with some of those. I did have something, I don't know if I can show you guys this though. That's weird. Oh, it's in the Photos app. See, I don't have anything but Adele. But because the old get, I'm showing you guys some of the stuff you have to do. Why writing is important, because I feel like both of you guys said you wanted to go on to get the 1-year master's degree. Maybe at some point. And why writing is important, because it follows you everywhere. Like to be able to get like promotions even here, we have to show evidence of everything that we've done. So this is an example of it. They make us do what's called the tenure dossier. So there's 16 different chapters that you have to write. Your letter of employment, your resume is called CV, curriculum vitae. Instructional assignments, your teaching loads, all of your publications, research and presentations, evidence and recognition of scholarly content, committee assignments, and even like letters of recommendation. So this is one that I got on Wednesday. And because I was going to say, the older you get, the less people seem to care about it. So I could at least show you guys the 3-minute clip. This was one of the awards. Hello. How are you? Good.
The Central American nation, Guatemala. His doctoral research focused on the GARD project and sustainable expansion, ecological theory as an umbrella for workforce therapy. Refugees were given opportunity to experience wellness and counseling, as well as increase income, food security, and adjustment to their new community. The refugees from both Burundi and Guatemala face many similar challenges, including low income, language barriers, culture.
Oh, does it actually give you subtitles for these things? So this was in relation to the garden and the horticulture therapy we did with refugees at St. Leo's. So on Thursday, they gave out the awards, then they asked me to be on one of the research committees, where they expected us to film something to like talk to people, but I had to hold, it was just me and my wife, so she had the little girl and I had to hold the boy. So
their needs include childcare, education, income, and overall need for access to desired foods from the home country for refugees. Increasing the ability to interact with volunteers and staff from the St. Louis parish, to become more proficient in English, increasing their self-sufficiency in terms of work to be done throughout the day, and the ability to provide food for the family.
Can't you zoom in on these things ever? I guess you can't. All right.
Not only provides financial supplement, but also has been a place for finding emotional support and a sense of purpose. This project serves as a model for anyone working with the refugee population. Garden also works with social work interns on the Garden Project as a hands-on learning experience with social work and counseling programs at Central State University in Cincinnati, Ohio.
It's not in Cincinnati.
Therapy horticulture coursework.
That's funny.
Becoming registered as a horticultural therapist. And Jonathan did have a short video, and I'll be sharing that.
The kid's like squiggling. I'm like, hold on.
Secure in the neighborhood, and we get civic garden centers to work with getting them access to landscaping, stuff like that.
So I just want to say thank you and have a great conference.
Thank you, John.
So that was my fun video of the day. They had to have me film that for, That's how in the coronavirus era our awards look like. Did you already present or were you presenting today? I can't remember.
I was gonna present.
Cool, that's fine. You can. Did you send it into the GQL here?
Yeah.
Or do you have a thumb drive? Because that can be easier sometimes too.
No, I don't.
Okay, that's fine. Let's go. Oh, there they are. Look at that. It opens right up. Hopefully it's your class too. We have the other class for them too. I did put your all's final up, so it's not a multiple choice. It's a self-reflection paper. How do you spell your last name?
Gray, G-R-A-Y.
Okay. Maybe I did open the wrong one then. Did you submit it into here, I guess?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to morning times. So yeah, all you have left is that paper that's next week and then the finals. So, and that will be online after Thanksgiving. Do you guys know what day we have Thanksgiving?
We go on break the 22nd to the 29th.
So it's coming up fast, isn't it? It feels like it because if the 5th is tomorrow, that means you got the 12th, then the 19th. And I feel like they give you that whole week off.
Yeah, they said that we could leave the 19th.
That's insane.
Well, yeah, this.
Because they don't want to give anybody housing during that time?
Yeah, whoever's staying here has
Right.
to pay.
Oh.
Every day.
Gosh. Did I skip you already?
Yeah, I'm right there.
All right. So probably this one?
It's booked, so.
They're the same?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, we got you.
You don't understand that.
That's the idea, just so you get used to it. You can film yourself on YouTube if that's easier, but some people like to do this just to get it out the way.
I mean,
We won't throw
throw.
tomatoes at you.
Okay.
We promise. So let me make sure I've got, let's see here. It's PowerPoint, right?
Mhm.
If that one doesn't want to work, we could do two. Let's just download it. Is that easier? I'll try. Sometimes they play. It doesn't want to. You may just want to tell us.
About it.
Right. Yeah. If it's not. That's weird. Yeah, because it's just showing a blank PowerPoint. But if you just want to tell us about it and roll with it, whatever. Where did you go? How about that?
Okay,
Start
I
with
went to
that.
Victor's, that's in Xenia.
Okay.
Okay, and basically, and like where I'm from Detroit, Michigan. So like we don't have like those little just a little stand, and it's really like authentic Mexican food. So when I came here, I love Mexican food, so I was like, okay, let me try Victor's, and I tried it, and it was not good at all. It was absolutely horrible. And their tacos, it was like they want you to pay a whole bunch of money for like just 2 tacos. It's like $10 for 2 tacos. Yeah, and the simple fact that it wasn't authentic, it was just like, no. So I never went back, and I would never go back, and I don't recommend going to Victor's. It's literally right there by McDonald's. And I think it's across the street from Big Boys or something like that.
Yeah, Mexican food do be expensive.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
And then they didn't have salsa when I went. They were like out of salsa. They didn't have no cool drinks. Like, I don't know. It's kind of like it's a pop, but I don't know the name of it. It's like a Mexican pop. It comes like in yeah.
I like that. That's good.
They didn't have those, and that's what I wanted. And yeah, it was just so that's where I went Victor's.
Okay. Well, if you want to upload it again, it's just not.
Yeah, I tried uploading it again this morning because I had it on my phone. And
Right.
I see that it said it didn't submit. I'm like, okay, what? So then I had re-uploaded it again, and then now it's.
Well, even if you have, like, save it to Google Slides, you can paste it into Word document and then just submit that. So just any
Okay.
way you can get the presentation and cool. I feel like we are getting somewhere. So you can tell how much I even hated to do this when I went to film for this. I hated it because you're on camera, people are watching it, and it's never perfect. So you just
I'm okay with doing like recording myself because I do YouTube.
okay.
So I'm okay with doing that by myself. It's just being in front of a whole bunch of people. I don't care about people watching me. It's
Right.
Just,
Well, maybe too, if that's helpful, maybe open your PowerPoint and do it on YouTube and put that link up if you don't mind.
Okay, yeah.
That way we'll get everything in there, and you should be good. So I can't believe we're finishing with family services. So yeah, you guys are saying Thanksgiving is the 22nd to the 29th. So that feels like I almost want to pull up a calendar.
Yeah, I have it. It says fall break is basically 22nd to the 21st, or 24th, and then November Thanksgiving break is the 25th to the 26th. So basically, really we on the 19th or the 22nd,
That's so weird.
and then class resumes back on the 29th.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, and then we leave again.
Which is kind of inconsiderate because when you have people from Russia and like all these other places, they can't get a plane ticket. 4 trips, like 4 almost.
And I didn't know that they was gonna make people pay for staying here. Like, what if they can't go?
That is weird. Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate because you're right. What if you're stuck? What are they going to do? Like drag you out if you don't have money?
Yeah.
Well, all right. Since I can't pull the calendar in front of me, actually I'll open it here. So what I'm hearing you say is we will be gone from this date. You said fall breaks 22, 23, 24, and Thanksgiving's 25 and 26.
Yeah.
Well, that tells me it's from the 19th until the 29th we're gone. Dang. What to do? All right. So the final is just a self-appraisal, like 20 questions about you and why you want to do the job that you want to do and why you're doing what you do. So if you answer all the questions, you're good. Try to do it in pretty paragraph form in APA. That's how you get the most credit. Even if you have citations from the book, you get extra credit, all that stuff. But here's what it looks like. If I can go back. You want to take me back to your assignments? It's the very last assignment, which is fun. So you go into assignments, and here's where you should be able to see it. So it's called a final self-assessment. And here's what it looks like. Because I think exams then, we'll probably have a review week then on the 1st of December until the 4th of December. That sounds right. So that's why I just made it to not interfere with your all's other exams. You can get it done by that weekend. So I think Friday is the 3rd, and then I think exam week. What day do they have as exam week? Do you know? Do they say on the calendar that you had? Because somebody told me. Is it the 5th?
The 6th, they'll bring finals in from the 6th, and then through the 10th.
It doesn't say. It just says December 10th, residence hall closed with a break, and then January 10th to January 14th, residence hall.
So then they've got to have exams before December 10th.
Yeah.
Okay. So I did do it early that you guys don't have it interfere. You can start working on it now if you want. So here's what it looks like. It is a self-assessment. Does it actually let me? Oh, there you go. Hey, no way. So Self-examination process for social workers in training. I know not everybody's a social work major, but with this class, you get to act like you might be a social worker someday. If you have family, you're already a social worker. You got to deal with your family. So our purpose is to suggest areas of personal reflection and inner dialogue. So it is almost like a journal. There is 20 questions. They're all down there. It says, certainly we are people. We are as people influences. That's interesting. I need to, maybe now that it's in edit mode, I will. Who we are. No, okay. I just wrote it wrong. Who we are as people influences our choice of profession. And how we conduct ourselves as professionals. Thus, we ask social workers in training to examine themselves. This is your final, so you guys basically, you can start on it now if you want. I'm letting you all finish early, so then all your other exams you can do from the 4th until the 10th of December. That way, you don't have too many exams at once. So it says, examining your values, your beliefs, your needs, your priorities, characteristics, and biases. And this is stuff that you've already done. So you may be able to quote your old papers. It says, next, we encourage the assessment of professional roles, career goals, and your personal traits. I don't know why it says your. It is, okay, sure, I'll take it out. I'll follow what's this program called? Your personal, and how your personal traits have influenced you. That makes sense. Influence your career choice. The purpose of these questions is an attempt to elicit some inner probing. We do, however, advise social workers in training to seek out a trusted fellow students and professors for pertinent discussion, feedback, and validation. You might want to download this form and use it as a periodic check over. Your answers might change, like sophomore year, junior year, and senior year. So it goes through, who am I as a person? How do I assess my developmental history up to this point of my life? What are the high and low points? What are my best 5 qualities? This is why it's good to start on it early, because it takes some reflection. If an interview asked me my basic philosophy of life, what would I answer? Some people put like to serve God and to serve others. What role do my religion, culture, and ethnic values, gender, and sexual orientation play into my life? Some people say like, I would like to have and raise a family and have so many kids or adopt. What do I respond to those who are different from me? How am I open to diversity? This is the stuff we're working on right now. Like your Mexican restaurant or, your different diversity experiences that you guys talked about. What was the weirdest diverse thing that you experienced there? You said it was the
food not being authentic.
Was it just like a white dude selling Mexican food?
Yeah. And that's like the closest. I think that's the closest Mexican restaurant here, I think.
Right.
I don't know.
Right. Which is funny because the visa process allows, if there's not enough Indian foods, Chinese foods, or Mexican food restaurants, you can get a visa to enter this country by bringing authentic dishes or your culture. Like that's one of the ways to get a visa. So it's interesting. Clearly we need a true Mexican to bring some.
Because in Michigan, it's authentic Mexican.
Well, yes, they come from like Canada, don't they? Although right now Canada's border is like way shut down. I don't think you can cross.
I think they opened it back up. I don't know because I know somebody that had just went there, so I don't know if they really opened it back up.
Do you go through Windsor or do you go somewhere else, like a different border of Canada? Windsor's across from Detroit.
Yeah.
So it's that bridge you just drive across.
Yeah.
One time they put me against the wall and patted me down real hard for Cuban cigars. All they were looking for was Cuban cigars that I had. Didn't have any illegal anything, but because it was from Cuba, they said we can't buy contraband from Cuba. So they took my cigars, made me pay $150. When I paid the fine, I said, okay, so can I have my cigars back?
Right.
No. Okay. So that's my experience in Windsor, Canada. So you guys see the questions. We can go through them more next week, but you may want to start on this. It might be easiest to just like copy these and do a Word document and then like start filling them out, like this kind of. I guess you have to do one at a time. And then that's weird. It doesn't number them right, but that's okay. Or just copy them one at a time as you work on them, like answer. And that's the final for this class. No quiz, no test, no multiple choice, unless if you really, really want it. If you like multiple choices from the book. Some people do. Cool. So that's it. And that's all. We'll finish up more of this next week because I'm realizing the last chapter is actually 14. So we really should be doing that starting Thursday in a week, and then we'll finish it the following Thursday pretty much. And then, we'll have kind of like a review week, but you can start on your final now if you would like. And that way you finish the paper due next week and then the final, and you're done with the class. It's kind of and everything else is open. So if you're missing anything.
Oh, yeah, I was just about to ask that.
Yes. Remember to turn it in, as that's like a big deal. And that's about all I have, unless if you guys had any questions.
No, I know they said that we need at least a C.
You do, if you're a social work major. Right.